everyone, this is Shayna Hiller from Build Your Personal Yoga Business. And today I'd like to discuss the top 3 ways to incorporate your personality into your yoga classes. Now you may be wondering, why is it important to incorporate your personality into your yoga classes? Well, take a moment to visualize your favorite yoga teacher. Perhaps you have a few or several. Chances are that teacher is teaching similar postures, perhaps a little bit different sequencing, of course. But of course, there's going to be down dog, right? Most likely, or a warrior one, or some sort of a yoga posture that any teacher is teaching. But there's something about this particular person that keeps you coming back to his or her classes. Maybe it's his or her sense of humor. Maybe it's just their energy or their vibration or the way that they are, which could only be their way. And so your personality is the part of teaching that's beyond just knowing how to teach triangle pose or how to teach a back bend. It's really you being yourself fully, which is what's going to connect you with your students, with the right students who really want your energy and who are going to continue coming back. And not to mention, it's going to be way easier for you as a teacher as you grow to just be able to chill and be yourself. Example, I was traveling last week. I had hosted a yoga retreat in Costa Rica. I stayed in Costa Rica for a while to take some classes. And I took a class that, I mean, the sequencing was incredible. It was like, you know, when you take a class and it's like every single posture you need, I'm like, wow, like that was delicious. However, I left feeling like a little empty and almost a little bit anxious and agitated because the teacher, there was like as if the teacher was not actually there. Her body was there, but there was no energy. I actually don't even know if she saw me at all. Like, you don't have to necessarily go up to your students and introduce yourself every single time and give them 10 hugs, but it's like when she was teaching, she was looking out into the jungle and kind of, maybe I'm too intuitive, but I could tell she was daydreaming. And so this is important as teachers to know that teaching is actually a practice of yoga itself. It requires us to be present and to be ourselves while we're being present. So one way that you can add your unique personality into your yoga teaching is to practice, to continue teaching. And when practicing, especially if you're a newer yoga teacher, I would suggest practicing with people that you know, that you feel comfortable with. They can be friends, family members, current students. Create a workshop or a class or teach a free class, or combine people that you feel really comfortable with and just be you. Like, add your humor, right? Just be yourself and do it with people that you feel really, really comfortable with and you're not trying to put on a show. That being said, number 2 way to add your own personality into the class would be to give your class a theme. A theme is a wonderful way. I've talked about Dharma talks in other videos, but a theme or a Dharma talk is a wonderful way to incorporate your unique personality into the class, because the way that you speak on a topic, especially some sort of yogic philosophy, maybe you're talking about the yamas or the niyamas or any aspect of yogic philosophy, discipline, self-study, samadhi, enlightenment, whatever it is, it's going to be your interpretation of it. Even if you attempt to regurgitate or repeat something that you've been taught, chances are if your intention is to have a theme for your class and you're going to weave that theme throughout the asana class, that eventually something's going to take over. Call it channeling, call it magic, call it you, and that authentic voice is going to start to be expressed. The number 3 way to incorporate your personality into your yoga classes is to try less, especially if you're the type of teacher who is always planning classes. I get it, writing every single thing down like to a T. I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm not saying don't do that, because if that relaxes you or makes you feel prepared, absolutely. And create open space. First of all, it's okay to mess up. When you mess up, what happens? Notice how I don't say if, I say when, because it's gonna happen. Do you get all freaked out, or can you laugh it off? Can you actually name it to your students? I just forgot the left side, my friends. You wanna skip it? No? Okay, we'll do it. Right? You can make it into a funny thing. It's really up to you. You can make it into something that's woven into the practice, as opposed to, oh gosh, that shouldn't have happened because it wasn't going according to plan. So if you're the intense planning type, I would suggest this number 3 is to try less, do less, create more space for nothing, for intuition. Know that there needs to be a balance between the structure, the organization, and the planning for your sequencing and for your class, even for your Dharma talks, and also some space for grace, for wisdom, for channeling. I don't plan many of my classes. I used to. I have a general idea, theme of what I'm going to teach, but ultimately I leave the space open for what wants to happen. And a lot of that is just me showing up as me as opposed to how I think I should be. Our teachers are amazing. The people who you've studied with, especially if you did a teacher training, their words and their wisdom will live on through you. I still repeat exact phrases that my teachers used, and I've adapted and included and added some of my own. So now it's a little bit of a hybrid. And that's the idea, is to take what you've learned, and especially in the beginning, you know, repeat it, especially if it's something that really resonated with you and inspired you and changed your life or your yoga practice. And then get into, well, what does it feel like to speak the way I normally speak, right? To really include my personality. Again, when you're just starting out, you don't have to worry as much about this, but I'm really speaking to those of you who have been maybe teaching for a while and there might be a disconnect, or you're wondering why students aren't coming back to your classes, or you want to increase your following and add more students to your classes. Try less. This is the opposite of what else can I gather? What else can I learn? What training can I do? No, you are the training. You already have something very unique that people want. And it's going to be relaxing for you. It's going to be enjoyable for your students. They're going to want more. They're going to get curious about you. So be yourself, and know that by being yourself with your expertise and your yoga teacher ways, that beautiful dance is actually what sets you apart from everybody else. And it's going to make teaching really, really easier, more relaxing, so that you don't have to be stressed out when you're teaching. Anyway, I hope this serves you in inspiring you to step up your game, to keep teaching, to soften around the edges, and to trust the wisdom that will emerge to the extent that you allow space for grace when you're teaching. That being said, please subscribe if you haven't already. Watch the rest of the videos. I hope that this channel serves you on your journey to building your personal yoga business. If you haven't already, grab the free ebook, the free retreat blueprint below. I have so many amazing products for you guys, as well as the e-course, which will give you every single detail you need step by step in order to get you from where you are to where you want to be. I tripled my income in less than 3 years. You can do the same, if not more, by following these steps. I look forward to serving you. Any questions, leave a comment and I will answer it. Have a beautiful day and happy teaching. Namaste.